To the Filipino people, I have this to say. Kung sino po dapat ang iboboto natin sa 2022, hanapin nyo lang po ang kung sino man sa tatakbo ang hindi sinungaling. Sino sa tatakbo sa 2022 ang hindi kailangang manira para manalo. Yung hindi naninira pero ang daming nagawa para sa bansa natin. Tapos?
Nak, kailan ka ning job, Magno? May lagi ka ni siya mo story ay.
Katuman na siyang sige spread of disinformation o sige pandaw itong lain. Influencer na siya sa YouTube o TikTok o kasagaran siya mga video kay nag-prove nga uso siya ka-supporter sa current administration.
Di ay ba, Nak? Malaman magud kay siya paminawon o katuuhan pag yun.
Diligin mo ay makakos rin na siya disinformation o social manipulation.
Disinformation. It is a false information that is intended to mislead the people. It is also a propaganda issued by a government or organization or someone powerful to a rival power or opposition. While social manipulation, it is like planting and or amplifying misinformation and disinformation using humans such as trolls or digital tools like bots, targeting public figures and such.
Daganda siya videos na yung ana.
Oo ma, mo ni example o.
Nung nanalo ka, agree ako sa answer mo. Tama nga naman. Pero girl, ngayon na tumatanda na at papunta ka na sa Miss Universe pageant, anyari sa'yo, bes? You're supposed to represent the 104 million Filipinos, di po ba? Pati siguro nga si Amanda Obdam, di mo mapataob. Di na nga ako nagre-reklamo na yung fashion sense mo, parang opinion mo, hindi ko maintindihan. Bago ka kasi mag-comment sa mga national issues, ayusin mo muna yung kung ano talaga yung susuotin mo, girl. So don't me beshi whip. And if I were you, gusto kita nung una pero ngayon, you're just dry. Di mo kaya si Amanda Obdam. Ingat.
And when we were threatened by the NPAs as a family, my dad's first move was to teach me how to shoot at a very young age. And Mayor Magalong had always been one of my heroes in public service. So it was just really heartbreaking to find out that he is in an alliance with the Kabataan Party List. Why? Why are you, Mayor Benji Magalong, standing in unison with terrorists? Are you not that good of a mayor to win without the help of the CPP, NPA, NDF? As a shooter, you taught my dad who taught me. And now you're standing so close to terrorists? I hope you realize, sir, that there is so much more to being a public servant than being in an alliance with people who recruit young people to their death.
So let me get this straight. Kung hindi totoong tao mga supporters mo, parang mannequins na walang ulo, balloon o ano yung kulay rosas na mga plastic o papel na flowers, ngayon naman NPA ang supporters mo. Yun ang napapadami ng mga tao sa rallies mo. You say na ayaw mong ma-red tag, but then again, according to the Supreme Court, red tagging does not exist. In fact, sinasabi mo hindi ka kasapi ng CPP, NPA, NDF, and yet they are in your rallies. And if buhay pa si Chad Ball, God bless, ay hindi pala, Satanas bless his soul, he would be in one of your rallies, Lenlen. So, let me get this straight, Lenlen supporters. Gusto nyo manalo ang presidente nyo para magsibalik ang mga peste ng Pilipinas na dahan-dahang inuubos ni President Duterte. And now, gagaguhin nyo kami at sasabihin nyo na hindi. Don't lie about the Butuan City rally, babies, because hindi talaga kayo 10,000. Because let me remind you na kung saan kayo nagdaos ng concert nyo doon, our family owns 2 of the biggest buildings near that area. And hindi nga kayo umabot sa area na yon. And 10,000 na sinasabi nyo, bakakon! Ay koglabda. Sending love from Davao City, where most of the honest supporters of Sara Duterte and BBM lives. There are people that are not quite happy of what I'm doing. And to the point that they would, whisper around and threaten me with, what, a lawsuit? Look, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of you. You know why? Because I promised President Duterte himself, our president, that I would help him. Something that you're supposed to be doing, especially if you're a public servant. Right?
Magno has been making a lot of noise on social media and getting a lot of fans even though she was suspended multiple times on any social media platform for her controversial videos. She was considered one of the political influencers in Philippine social media together with another figure, Mokka Oson. And according to Alan Benedict Sulasito of the University of the Philippines, her influence has created a tremendous schism in Philippine society, forcing a dichotomous rhetoric between DDS or diehard Duterte supporters and Dilawans. Being a diehard Duterte supporter, Magno never failed to make a video out of those who criticize the president or the current administration, making them the villain for voicing out their opinion against the administration. It is not also a secret that Magno was once invited to the palace on February 1, 2021 to meet President Duterte. This was not hard to comprehend that she has some connection to the president. For that, she and her platform became a weapon to those who go against their belief, specifically those who criticize the president, similar to the videos that were previously presented. Because her platform is widely available to the general public, manipulating the public through her video is also simple, especially given her close ties or connection to the current administration. As a result, individuals are more likely to praise the current administration and despise those who criticize it. This can also be seen in the comment area of her videos, where people are complimenting her for being brave and speaking up for what she believes in. If you look at her videos, you'll notice that the majority of them are first inciting hate towards someone, particularly the opposition, portraying them as the bad guy. Second, bashing the critics of the government and often calling them quote-unquote ang bobo nyo talaga, uneducated and whatnot. And lastly, bolstering the president's image. She will then conclude her video by indirectly saying that Filipinos should refrain from going against the current administration. Magno has a certain style of presenting herself on social media that has earned her recognition and a large following. The way she communicated with the public through various propaganda to target the opposition was adapted in a way that the masses could easily understand and relate to her, such as by giving a real-life situation. In her content, she often uses both colloquial language and well-articulated English. In this way, it is easy for her to persuade the people to believe that the Duterte government is the most effective and efficient. Magno uses English while promoting hate propaganda on TikTok lends her legitimacy, as the English language is linked with class among Filipinos, since she knows very well that Filipinos are easily persuaded or amazed when someone speaks fluent English, regardless of the message. Unfortunately, this kind of rhetoric persuasion is still perpetuated today. The effect of Magno's content or videos made the public, especially those die-hard Duterte supporters or DDS, to develop a one belief that the current administration is always the right one, and or encourage them to believe that this political party is right. That's why currently Magno is endorsing the BBM-Sara tandem. How to fight disinformation? First of all is fact-checking. But according to Ben Mimo, it is not enough to undertake fact-checking to combat the spread of disinformation. Instead, he argues that we need to do the storytelling. This is true because regardless of whether we have or know the facts, those influencers have the stories. And we all know how much easier it is to tell a story when you are not constrained by facts. Although I am not suggesting that it is not a useful instrument in the fight against disinformation, it is not just efficient enough. Another way to fight disinformation is to encourage those reliable social media pages to push out and release their own narrative regarding the issues and the likes, so people don't have just one source of information. There's also a post circulating nowadays on how to spot fake news from the real one step by step. A post like that should be more exposed and spread on all kinds of social media platforms, making it easily accessible by the general public. Lastly, readers or audiences should also make sure that the video or post must be originated from a reliable page. This is like finding the source of that information. It is simple to teach readers how to recognize and expose disinformation, according to Nemo, by educating them on the 3 A's of disinformation: the activity, anonymity, and amplification. We must watch out for those users or online actors who often use social media and post so much more than the human capacity can. That's for the activity. Next, we must watch out for those online actors or pages that have no verifiable personal information or anonymity. And lastly, amplification. We must watch out for those pages and online actors who primarily share content that is not original to that specific profile. Learning these things means we are not just being resilient to disinformation but also growing and strengthening the counter-disinformation community.
So for us, para malikaya na itong mahimong victim sa disinformation, dapat kabaluta mo timbang sa mga butang na hatong nadunggan or nabasahan. For example, na kay nabasahan or nadunggan na balita or whatsoever. Dapat i-make sure sa mo siya daan kung legit ba ni siya or fake news lang, dala sa trolls or whatever. Ayahan mo siya ipang-share sa imong friends or i-share niyo mo sa Facebook, sa Twitter, o sa panat na mga online platform.
Sakto. Dapat magkabalot ang manitag credible sources, dili lang sa social media like TikTok, kaya ang mga content tara, biased or spliced. Dapat sa dili ta maminaw if na mo correct sa tuwa sa tong gipang share or gipang ingon.